a lot of different cultures way before NASA, thousands of years before NASA. This is how they saw our realm. This is how they understood our world, okay? Our universe in its entirety. Every single one of these, pick one: Babylonian, Hebrew, Norse, Mayan, Islam. Everybody believed that we lived on a particular plane and that it was housed by what some folks are familiar with the term firmament, okay? And the firmament is what houses all of these different layers within the construct. So what does construct mean? Let me put it in a simple term. Think about the word universe. Everything that you know in the known universe, planets, stars, galaxies, ETs, like whatever, everything that you know, that you understand today as the universe, just call it a construct. All right? Process that for 1 second. That's what we mean by construct. So all of that, everything that you know exists in a construct. All right? One construct out of an infinite amounts of other constructs outside of that one, all with different experiences. All right? Well, we might get into what that means, but just to not blow your mind and everything, I want to make sure that you understand what I mean by construct. It's the known universe. Okay. So yeah, you guys can see even in the Islam picture there, you guys see all the different layers. They talk about layers, right? In the Egyptian culture here, this depiction here, this woman here, she looks like the night sky or water. You know, there's a lot of people who believe that there's a very thin layer. There's the firmament, and then there's water. Okay, and this is how we come through into each realm. Each realm has a layer and a thin sheet of water. So again, we'll probably get into that, but I just want to show you guys what I mean by the construct. So if all these like ancient civilizations and cultures believe that this is how it looked, why is it that NASA, who was, I don't know, developed in like the 1960s, which is not too long ago, all of a sudden they just changed the whole idea? So forget all these cultures. What do they know, right? What do they know? We're going to go ahead and tell everybody that we live in a globe. This is what it looks like. We have a few continents here. Is the planet bigger than we say it is? We're not going to tell them that. They don't need to know. Are there ETs that also reside on this planet? They don't need to know that. Is there a dome around it? They don't need to know anything that we don't tell them. That's how they tell us. So when you go on Google Earth, a lot of you go on Google Earth and you guys are like, man, like I'm seeing everything. No, you're not, folks. I'm sorry. You're not seeing everything. When you think that you found like this, look what I found here. This is, some people are looking around on YouTube or TikTok and they see like, I see a little UFO photo there, or I see this cave here. Folks, Google is owned by a company, which is run by people, right? Nothing's going to go out without them reviewing it. Yeah, they tell you, oh, well, it's the satellites and they take photos and things like that. Okay, let's follow that narrative. If the satellites are taking photos and they are capturing all these images of our planet, it still has to be reviewed and filtered by powers to be, the gatekeepers. There's areas where you guys will go on your map and it has a bunch of clouds. Why? Is it because they just happen to catch clouds there? There's some areas like, Antarctica, North Pole, huge cloud structures that, guess what? If you go back 10 years and follow the timeline, those clouds never move. That's weird. Are those the only clouds on the entire world that just don't move?